When Cha Eun Woo's name is mentioned, what immediately comes to mind? A perfect face. A reassuring smile. A career that continues to soar. But have you ever wondered this? Is Cha Eun Woo's life really as perfect as it appears on screen? This video isn't about visuals. Nor is it about popularity. Today, we'll explore a side of Cha Eun Woo that's rarely, if ever, seen on stage. The quiet side. The tired side. The human side hidden behind the camera's glare. Before he was known to the world, Cha Eun Woo was just a young man with big dreams. Entering the Korean entertainment world was no easy task. It's a tough, competitive, and demanding world. As a trainee, his days were filled with relentless practice. Dancing when his body was tired. Singing even when his voice was almost gone. Learning to act while enduring a longing for a normal life. At this stage, there were no cheers from the audience. There was no praise. There's only one question in my heart: will all these sacrifices pay off? Debuting as an idol isn't the end of the line. In fact, for Cha Eun Woo, it's the beginning of even greater pressure. As his name becomes known, the spotlight comes from all directions. The media. Netizens. Public expectations. Every performance must be perfect. Every word must be guarded. Every expression can be judged. Small mistakes can be exaggerated. Fatigue must never be visible. This is where many people misunderstand. They think popularity equals absolute happiness. However, for Cha Eun Woo, popularity also means living without room for vulnerability. Since the beginning of his career, Cha Eun Woo has often been called the perfect idol. Stunning visuals. Polite demeanor. A clean image. However, this perfect label slowly turned into a burden. Because when someone is considered perfect, they are given no room for failure. They must always be good. Always calm. Always live up to expectations. The slightest deviation is met with unforgiving criticism. And what people rarely realize is, humans aren't robots. Cha Eun Woo is often seen surrounded by many people. Fans. Co-workers. The production team. But loneliness doesn't always mean being alone. There's a kind of loneliness that arises when someone feels unable to show themselves as they truly are. Behind the smile he maintains, there's a fatigue he can't always share. There are emotions he has to keep to himself. Not because he doesn't want to share, but because not everyone is ready to hear what an idol is thinking. Cha Eun Woo isn't just an idol. He's also an actor. But acting isn't any easier. Every role brings new pressure. Every project carries the risk of being judged. He must prove that he's more than just a visual. That he has ability. That he deserves to be appreciated for his hard work, not just his looks. At this point, Cha Eun Woo faces an inner conflict: to be what people expect or to be himself completely. There are times when the fatigue is no longer physical, but mental. But instead of complaining publicly, Cha Eun Woo chose to remain silent and endure. He learned to accept that not everyone will understand him. He learned that criticism can't always be avoided. And he learned that enduring is also a form of courage. Not all struggles need to be made public. Not all wounds need to be flaunted. Over time, Cha Eun Woo has shown change. Not just as an artist, but as a more mature person. He's calmer. Wiser. He understands his own limits better. He no longer pursues absolute perfection. He's begun to appreciate the process. And herein lies his true strength. If we look deeper, Cha Eun Woo's story is actually very close to the lives of many people. It's about pressure. It's about expectations. It's about fatigue that often goes unseen. Many of us appear fine on the outside, but harbor great struggles inside. And that's why this story feels so real. Cha Eun Woo isn't flawless. He's not perfect. He's not a perfect human being. He's someone who keeps going even though he's tired, who keeps smiling even though he's not always strong, and who survives in a harsh world without losing his humanity. If you're feeling down today, remember one thing: even those who appear perfect on stage have a vulnerable side that isn't always visible. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, because there are many more human stories behind the lights that we'll discuss together.